I think Vaush generally has difficulty comprehending the idea of being a 20-year-old virgin. Mr. DNA, stop projecting your shit. Stop projecting. You believe people do this to me sometimes now. They're like, Vaush, you don't even know what it's like being an unattractive guy on dating apps. As though my ass doesn't still have videos up from 5 years ago on this channel of me being a fat chud with a ponytail. Have you guys seen the discourse on this one? I saw this. I knew I had to talk about it. Caleb Hammer. Strong name, by the way. Strong name. Did you see this clip? No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
Oh yeah, dude. Gen Z men are losers. Fucking losers. The gender divide, the gender war right now, dating rates are record low, marriage rates are record low, virginity rates are record high. It's insane. They're losers. And honestly, both genders have responsibility to play. Cancel culture went absolutely insane. Like, there was a correction that needed to be made, and
And people are mad as hell.
Overcorrected, and like guys will send one embarrassing text and they'll get blasted all over online, or you'll go up to a woman and her like morbidly obese friend will say she's not interested, and it's just like all these embarrassing moments that are impossible to deal with. And then guys are also just sitting inside fucking gooning to extremists online, or like or just watching porn. Not
Is this the crypto guy who's the chat? I feel like you guys are engaging more with who he is as a person than the subject of the discourse, which is problematic to me personally, because I'm not interested in the former and I am in the latter.
Manning up to go cold approach.
People got mad as fuck about this on Twitter.
And having horrible conversations, and it's brutal. And then dating apps came into picture, and it is true. OkCupid did their own analysis. It is true that the top 80% of women only go for the top 20% of guys. And women have their
I don't think that's necessarily true.
own issues on the dating apps. They're getting flooded. I would not want to deal with that. But then men are getting almost no matches, no engagement. And we have so many things that are stacking against them right now, and they are fucking losers right now. A lot of them. They're virgins. It's not hard to fuck. It is not hard to fuck. I've never been a 10 out of 10. Never been a 7 out of 10. I think I've been I've been to a 7. But I think I've gone down to a 5 out of 10. It is not hard to have sex. Before any notoriety or money, it is not hard.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting and novel that there would be a big discourse blow up over somebody saying Gen Z men are losers. I guess, like, the idea that would get a bunch of spurned, angry people flooding the comments in response.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about the stuff men was spending money on in general, like between energy drinks, OF.
There's a whole goddamn ecosystem out there, man. Jack Neal. I have no idea who this person. 3.3 million subs. I don't know what the hell's going on out here. Why is his hair so fluffy? How does that even happen? There's Professor Jang 2 weeks ago. I'm out of the ecosystem. There's Clavicular. Running through the classics. There's Andrew Tate 3 months ago. Andrew Tate in the big 2026. That's crazy. And you put a suit on for it. That's kind of embarrassing. Well.
Meme coins.
It's those reoccurrings, man. That's where the guys fuck it up. Where it's just like, yes,
why does Clavicular attract so much attention? He's funded by Peter Thiel. Probably funds like the publishers and agents who get him all those gigs and circulate the clips through a bunch of accounts. It's highly astroturfed, yeah.
Subscribe to a couple before, and it's always, you know, you click in and you cancel immediately, so it doesn't reoccur. But it's these guys, they have multiple reoccurrence, and they're like chatting with them, and they're paying to chat, and it's just some Indian dude like, "Oh, you look really cute today, guy." Don't cancel me.
These guys are funny as fuck, dude. That was like a crazy comedy bit right there. Get a 5-minute special on that.
But like, it's just some dude that's like, you know, fucking just chatting with you, telling you you look hot, and you're paying for it.
That's interesting. I'm curious from your view, do you think a lot of the reason men go broke is because they're simps?
Oh yeah, dude. Gen Z men are losers. Fuck.
There's the clip. Are they talking about, they're complaining about men going broke from porn, but I have a feeling, I'm just kind of playing the field here a bit, these two probably have sponsorships from gambling companies. Am I correct in assuming that? Caleb Hammer and Jack Neal? They both probably have shelled out for Kalshi Polymarket DraftKings, which is a much, much stronger driver of debt than a pornography addiction for young men. That'd be my guess. Yeah. So something like half of young men in America have an active betting account with Kalshi, Polymarket, DraftKings, something like that. That's crazy. Half. That's insane. He's a budget fixer YouTuber, but sold out to those companies. That makes sense, yeah. Because the like what do you call it? The like emotional investment you get in a finance YouTube channel is making fun of the stupid people, the idiot dum-dums whose finances are worse than yours. Like, you're making bad decisions, but at least you're not like those guys. Well, actually, now I'm looking at his channel, and I'm pretty much right on the money here. Frustrated incel, desperate to buy women. Everything is members only. The worst couple in financial audit history. This bitch can't be helped. Scumbag dad-ass daughter for thousands a month. It's like human misery porn, you know? It's like 90 Day Fiance, right? You watch it to feel better than the people who are on here. This dude is choosing Yu-Gi-Oh cards over his financial future. So you would attack people for going broke buying porn, but you wouldn't attack them for going broke off gambling because you're trying to sell that shit yourself. You got a sponsorship. $418,000 of debt to, quote, flee Trump's America. And we have the colored hair. Bitch wife thinks she knows it all. $388,000 of debt to storm the Capitol. Okay, hold on. Maybe we found content here. Nah, I'm not going to get into it. Also, I feel like anybody who has this many members only videos, this motherfucker would definitely content ID me. Not falling for it. No, sir. No, sir. Is this slop? This is absolutely slop. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hey, they're kind of competing for the same market. Like the Vice market, I think it's more honorable to go broke buying porn than it is to go broke gambling. Like, if you go broke buying porn, at least your money's going to, like, bad bitches, right? Or something. Whereas if you go broke gambling, it just goes to other gamblers. You know? He threatened to sue D'Angelo Wallace when he went over him. Oh, he's that guy! That's fucking funny.
Fucking that it's like bottom, what is it? Top 10% of guys get the bottom, or get the 90% of women, whatever. But my view on this, and this might not be statistically accurate, I just don't really think women seriously use dating apps.
Probably not. Who would?
Like, I think they just kind of go outside and talk to guys, you know, and guys assume that, like,
I think women use dating apps. I don't think he has a sponsorship by gambling companies. Does he not? Does he just spiritually have one? Okay, gotcha. He doesn't literally have one. He just spiritually has one. I understand.
Oh, dating apps are like where people are supposed to meet, and it's just kind of cope from them actually going outside and
it's like a video game swiping, right?
Right.
And yeah, men are staying inside. They're not going out. Drinking has dramatically fallen among Gen Z. That's overall good health, but it is like pretty much like every like men's advocate, and not like a weird extremist way, because, you know, there's like the crazy fucking, I don't know, shit, but just like in terms of like just getting out there and just like being a normal person, like a part of that drinking statistic is actually kind of bad, because you need that social lubricant to kind of go out there and cold approach and get it a little more social. I'm not saying get plastered and fuck up your liver, all this stuff.
Fucking get like ramen noodles and shit, and just
depends on where they are in life.
What's the most money you've seen a guy spend on women?
Yeah.
That's what Gen Z needs, more drinking? I mean, maybe. Possibly. This guy was exposed to creep. I don't think you guys understand. I was trying to engage with, like, the stuff being discussed, not, like, the person himself, I guess. I just thought it was interesting that there was a bunch of blowback. Because historically, I think, at least in recent years, if you had to take young men are losers and they're all addicted to porn and they're not getting laid, I feel like everyone would high five you. Everyone would like give you a layup on that. They'd be like super duper happy with that take. They'd be cool with it, you know? But now there's some blowback. I don't know. Just interesting. What do you mean? I just don't really know what the young men are watching these days. I don't know what the audience is. I'm just curious.
I'm in debt because
this vid's probably funny as fuck though. It's because he was a drama YouTuber topic just a couple months ago. You mean D'Angelo Wallace? I watched Caleb shit. Dude hates gambling. We sure he's got gambling sponsors? No. Chad said he doesn't, actually. D'Angelo Wallace, a piece of shit. What did D'Angelo Wallace do? I thought he was cool. Not like I've engaged much with his content, but I didn't know there were any issues there. Provide more information. Did Ezra Klein make a video criticizing abundance? I don't know. He's not cool, he's insufferable. 6'7", and maybe I'm asking too much of you, judging from your name. Can you provide me any more information than you're currently providing me? Can you, like, substantiate your claims a little bit? You've 3 times now you've said you don't like him. Give me a little tidbit. Give me a little nugget. You know? I'm not gonna get it. That's okay. He just really sucks. I want to shove him in a locker so bad. Okay, gotcha. That's about the level of engagement I expected, I suppose. All right, well. No. That's it. No, it's on me. That's on me. That's my fault. It's on me. 4-hour debunk video on him. Jesus Christ. Not to sound incelly, but is he not right about the dating app stats? A lot of times you can see average women holding out for above average men. Yeah, that's the economy on the dating app, but that doesn't mean that women don't often date men who aren't attractive. They do all the time. Like, if you go outside, there are tons and tons and tons of average-looking women with average-looking men. You know, like outside. The economy is skewed on dating apps, but a lot of that is also only really perceptive. Like, women will be more judgy about the appearance of guys on dating apps, but then they'll just end up dating or fucking guys who are average looking anyway. You know, like they'll say, oh, I'm holding out for a Giga Chad 10 out of 10, but there's only so many of those, right? They're just incentivized to be more picky on dating apps because men throw themselves at dating apps a lot more aggressively. In the real world, things average out a lot more than that. There are also way more men than women on dating apps. Yes, which furthers the problem, right? Dating apps suck ass for average guys. Yeah, probably. You can make it better. You know, a lot of guys just don't really know how to sell themselves. What's the opposite of the black pill? Presumably the white pill. That would be my guess. And a good chunk of the women on dating apps are bots. Well, yeah, but I mean, you have to not fall for that, I guess. It's part of the gatekeep, I suppose. Do you think it's possible to live a happy life without a relationship despite wanting one? Why the sad questions? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? I mean, I don't know, maybe. It kind of depends on the person, I think, a little bit. Biggest lie, average men keep telling themselves they can't find women despite having low standards. Most men have high standards. Put a fat woman in front of them, they'll show it real quick. Men are mean as fuck about how women look, yeah. They do be noticing the elbows too pointy. You ever use dating apps? All the time, yeah. The vibe is because we're talking about Gen Z guys. I feel like if you're a Gen Z guy right now, you might have an even better ability to play the field because the average dude in Gen Z, statistically speaking, was recently a Trump supporter. So you probably have an easier inroad with women than a lot of your contemporaries. It must have been harder for me growing up because back in my day, the average like millennial guy growing up was like a wokey, right? So if anything, the field was it was a tougher field to find your space in. But yeah, by not being a disgusting chud, you gain a lot of ground. I think Vaush generally has difficulty comprehending the idea of being a 20-year-old virgin. Mr. DNA, stop projecting your shit. Stop projecting. Your world, the world exists beyond the bubble in your mind. Okay? You're 20 and a virgin? No one gives a shit. You're 20. You're literally like an infant. You're a fucking zygote. Do some jumping jacks. Do some jumping jacks! Honestly. You believe people do this to me sometimes now. They're like, Vaush, you don't even know what it's like being an unattractive guy on dating apps. As though my ass doesn't still have videos up from fucking 5 years ago on this channel of me being a fat chud with a ponytail. You don't know. You can't even imagine. I had a damn man bun. I was in the trenches, okay? You don't even know. I never said I was unattractive. You didn't have to say it, Mr. DNA. Your performative woe is me business was unattractive enough in its own. I don't need to know what your face is shaped like. Yeah, I can read your aura. What was I even talking about here, man? Some troll posted a filter thing that removes facial hair? A filter thing? You mean AI, right? I don't know. This is kind of uncanny. So this is a recent photo of mine that's been edited via AI. I feel like this is probably not that inaccurate. I feel like this is probably in the ballpark. That's crazy to look at. I have no idea what my face looks like. I haven't seen it in like a decade. That might not be far off. I have no idea. How would I know? That's crazy though. It's like looking at an alien. No, it's very frightening. Yeah. I mean, one day we'll find out. Look like human Shrek. I'll take it. I don't again, it's a fake photo. It's not real. I have no idea. That's not Vaush, that's Ian. Your filtrum is too long? Yes, that's true. This filtrum is way too long. I think that the AI algorithm took my mustache and assumed that everything behind the mustache must be filtrum when the mustache covers the upper lip. So the upper lip should begin right around here rather than down here. Probably not too far off. Looks like you've got a diversified portfolio. Yeah, well, I don't. Like all good Americans, I have invested my entire portfolio into exactly one meme stock that I watched a YouTube video about 18 months ago and have not checked on the portfolio since. I assume it's doing well. You look like a Twitch streamer rather than a YouTube streamer. What the fuck does that mean? No one should ever try to date in Hawaii. It's worse than LA, I swear. I don't know what it's like in Hawaii. I assume it's all... It kind of feels like a fake state. Dating in Hawaii kind of feels to me like dating in Thailand, where you're competing with a bunch of fat white rich guys who are trying to land a brown wife. You know? That's just like an impression I get, ballparking it, but I feel like that's probably not too far off. Woman can confirm I'd rather date a 3 that can make me laugh than a pretty loser like Clavicular. It's impossible, like, you can't have these conversations with people who unironically think you can rate attractiveness 1 to 10 anyway. Even seeding that ground in the beginning, it's impossible to know how seriously anyone's taking it. You know what I mean? Like, if I say a 5 or a 10, is a person listening to me, do they actually think I mean that? Or do they understand that I'm just kind of like lazily gesturing at patterns using the familiar terminology as a framework? Because I don't actually think it works that way.